We're back. Facebook Live. Chaim Baruch-Halevsky here. Back in Central Park. Well, that's cool. Can you see the sun? I love that sun. We're back here after a week of celebration. We're thanking God for the wedding of our daughter, Shana, to Eliyahu Stepashkitsky. And we're just give you a little sneak at the park here. 1 second. Beautiful. Check out Central Park. What a day! New York City. Who needs to go to California, huh? Okay, we're just a little jealous because Shayna's in California now with her husband, Eliyahu. They just finished Shem Brothers. And I gotta go put my shirt over here. You can see it. And we're gonna get back to our studies here. So it's been a while, and we're gonna get right back into it, God willing. And we're gonna share with you a thought today. It's actually an anniversary of something that happened in 1977. There was a hostage situation in Washington, D.C. It was March 9 to March 11. Those interesting 9/11. And the Rebbe commented on the story that happened over there. And he learns 3 lessons from it. I want to share that with you today. 1 second here. Okay. So, 3 lessons from the story of the hostage situation. The Rebbe says, number 1, there are 3, the Baal Shem Tov says that from everything we see and hear, we have to learn a lesson in our service to God. And here we do that while we run around Central Park. It's my 3rd time around, 1.6 miles, just saying. Did twice, listened to this talk twice, and then and I'm repeating it now, so hopefully I got the gist. So the Rebbe says that, number 1, this hostage, I'm going to put in the comments now, right now, something about the hostage, the situation from Wikipedia. Check this out. Hold on. Comment, see if it works. Hold on. Okay, we're good. Okay, so that's from Wikipedia about the situation. So, what happened is that the people who were speaking about Entebbe before this situation, they said, oh, Entebbe, the whole hostage situation in Entebbe, that could never happen in a civilized area, in a civilized world. It happened over there in a third world country, in Uganda, all that. So the Rebbe says, first of all, look at this. This happened not only in a civilized country, this hostage where they took, I think, 130 or so, 113, 130, well over 100 hostages. It didn't happen in a third world country. It happened right here in the United States of America. And in the United States of America, it actually happened in the capital, in Washington, D.C., where the technology and the security is the greatest. So that's one thing to think about. The next thing to think about, says the Rebbe, was that when it came to the danger of life and to the rescue of life, there's no difference between the youngest child, the least wise, or the wisest, or the wealthiest, or the most connected person. Everyone in that room was in the same danger of their life, and when the rescue came about, everyone was rescued equally. The danger and the rescue value is the same, is equal to everyone. No difference, young, old, wise or not, wealthy or poor, etc. Finally, the Rebbe spoke about the strategy. Point number 3 is the strategy of how did they actually get whatever they're called, the people who took them hostage, to free the people. What was their strategy? So here the Rebbe goes into 3 lessons, and I'll share with you them right now. Lesson number 1 was about the fact that this story, this hostage situation, happened in the United States of America, in the capital, where the security should have been is the tightest, or should be the tightest. So the Rebbe says here we have a very strong lesson. The person might say, oh, I'm wealthy, oh, I'm well connected, oh, I'm smart, I'm cool, I don't need God's protection. Here, says the Rebbe, here's a very simple example of a lesson from God telling us that you need God's protection wherever you are, whoever you are, wherever you are, whoever you are, at all times. That's number one. We have to keep our mind that we need God's protection. Number two, talking about who was in that room, who was in danger and who was saved. It was the smallest child and the oldest person there, the wisest, the wealthiest, the poorest. It's all the same in that sense of the danger and in the rescue. Everyone was equal, exactly the same. And what's the lesson from that, says the Rebbe? The lesson from that is that in our approach to other Jewish people and in our trying to help them out, in our love for every Jew, in Ahavas Yisrael, it should be equal to every single Jew, no matter who, no matter what, no matter when, no matter who, young, old, wealthy, poor, smart or otherwise. We really have to love everyone. And the Rebbe says, you know, if you're really smart, you might say, hey, there's differences in Jewish law about when someone's taken captive, who you have to free first. And there's even differences in Jewish law about charity, about tzedakah, about who you have to give tzedakah first to. And everybody says, yeah, that's Jewish law about those things. But in the core, in the root of it all, it's Ahavas Yisrael, it's love for a fellow, and in that we're all the same, and we need to treat everyone equally. That was lesson number 2. Lesson number 3, says the Rebbe, look at the strategy they used. This is really crazy. The strategy they used to get they were Muslim, as you can see in the comments, Muslim activists who were holding hostage about 100 plus Jews and others. And what strategy did the negotiators use to free them? It was their faith. It was their faith. They got ambassadors from all over, from the other Arab countries and Muslim kingdoms, to actually tell them that their Quran, their faith, the God that they believe in, doesn't want them to do this, and wants otherwise, and wants compassion and kindness. So Rebbe says the Rebbe, is something that we should all learn from, especially in our circles. We should learn that we should strengthen our faith so that it affects our feelings and emotions and affects our actions. And that's three very powerful lessons from the hostage situation in 1977 in Washington, D.C. While we run around Central Park, right over here, New York City, on this beautiful day, the 6th of Nisan. And we're coming up to Pesach, and the Rebbe says also about faith. We're coming up to Pesach, and matzah is called the bread of faith. We'll probably talk about that at a future talk over here, but when we eat matzah, we actually digest faith. You eat matzah, you digest faith. So get your shmura matzah ready. Now, God bless you all.